is time for the lesser-known Christmas folklore characters.
This video is sponsored by Skillshare. Hey kids, hope you had yourself a merry little whatever. I know I did. What do you like best about the holiday experience? My personal favorite part is when we systemically brainwash children into thinking they're supernatural beings who judge their every move and then invade their house at night. Now, everyone knows Santa, good old Saint Nick,
Wow, that's such a mean way to put it, man. That's such a mean way to put it.
Father Christmas, old Christopher Kringle, old Elpheus Prime, Slayer of Elk and Bringer of Xboxes. And you've probably heard of some other characters somewhere too. Guys like Krampus, Belsnickel, Charlie Brown, Xi Jinping. Well, today I want to show you guys some more obscure Yuletide beings from different cultures all across the globe, but mostly Europe. Now, this first creature's name comes from the Welsh. As a matter of moral principle, I personally don't formally recognize the Welsh language. Maybe someday they'll figure out how W's and Y's work, then it'll be a different story, but for the time being, you'll have to excuse me for not condoning bullshit like this. So the thing allegedly called Lwyd isn't a true mythical creature per se, but more so a tradition carried out for at least the past few centuries in South Wales. No, I mean Old South Wales. This is how it works. Every holiday season, the village rapscallion will take a horse's skull and affix it to the end of a pole. Kind of like one of these things, except, you know, awful. The skull is typically decorated in some way, and sometimes they put in a lever so you can make the mouth move on its own. Then a white sheet is draped over the pole and its holder, thus giving the illusion that Famine himself has come to destroy all your figgy pudding. From here, one would think that the nightly festivities would include welshing your trousers and repenting for a lifetime of naughtiness, but no, it gets better. You know that whole mouth-moving thing? Turns out that's not just for taking wild snaps at the faces of innocent children. The Lwyd and its party of caretakers will go around to random houses and sing a song about wanting to be let inside.
This reminds me of the Romanian tradition with the goat as well, yeah. But no, this is the Welsh tradition for Christmas. I just got back from Arby's, I'm gonna be sick, I think. Would you please let me in so I can horse dump in your sink? Do you think they'd let me in?
The inhabitants are then expected to sing back with excuses as to why they don't want this abomination.
I'd love to let you in, but something smells like rotten eggs. And what's that hissing sound?
In their home, all in rhyme of course. This goes back and forth until either the Lwyd gives up or the party's invited in, at which point they get to raid your pantry and drink all your beer. So if you ever find yourself rap battling a horse skull in South Wales, don't panic. It's normal, I guess. Next we have
That's so cool! I like that!
Perchta, a witch-like being said to visit during the holidays in the Alpine regions of Germany and Austria. Depictions of Perchta can range anywhere between beautiful woman and whatever the hell this is, but usually they fall somewhere in between. She's also sometimes shown with this big, weird, floppy goose foot. That's because she's apparently real into spinning. Not the 2-foot kind though, the 1-foot kind. It's said that this delightful spinster pays a visit to all the little wiener schnitzels on the 12th night of Christmas. If you were well-behaved and hard-working this year, she might leave you a small silver coin in your shoe. How kind.
Oh, this reminds me of Saint Nicholas tradition. Because Saint Nick also comes by, if you are good, and puts food or money in your shoes. It's on the 6th of December for us. This one's on the 5th. Very interesting how close by these traditions are, like how similar they are. Shoes, yeah. They put it in your shoes.
But if you've been an inattentive young lady and didn't spin all your flax that year, Perchta will trample all your half-woven fibers as punishment, and you'll say, weird flax, but okay. Fucking cut that out, Jesus. Then there's the stuff Perchta considers especially naughty, which can vary depending on who you ask.
It's stockings there for before Christmas. This isn't a Christmas thing. It's a December 5th, 6th thing. It's different than Christmas.
If you left your house a mess, or you didn't leave out the traditional bowl of porridge, or maybe you didn't eat your ceremonial fish and gruel on feast day, that's when you've been a real goober. As recompense, she'll rip out your fucking intestines through your
This went from 0 to 100 really quick.
Abdominal wall, and then stuff your empty body cavity with pebbles and straw until you're just as plump as when she started.
Okay.
So, you win some, you lose some. Nobody knows what she does with your freshly harvested innards after she leaves. But being that she lives in the mountains and has an obsession with thread making, I think we can all infer the obvious truth. Of course, no discussion of folklore of any kind can truly be complete without taking a look at Iceland. Between the centuries of isolation and the volcanic fumes constantly spilling out over the countryside, it's no wonder that they're one of the world's biggest exporters of whack-ass mythology. Seriously, according to one 1998 survey, over 54% of Icelandic citizens said they believed in elves. Let me repeat that just so we're all clear. I mean,
if you gave me a survey if I believe in elves, I would just put yes just to mess with you. I'm just saying.
1998, the majority of the population of Iceland said they believed in elves, and a very large portion probably still does today. As such, the cast of characters said to visit during the holiday season over there is naturally quite diverse. The main lineup consists of the family pictured here. This is the leader of the bunch, a troll, goblin, ogreish type lady named Grilla. Grilla just fucking eats kids. That's it. She's said to prefer the naughty ones, but as long as it's small and made out of kid, she's game. Then you got her.
As long as it's small made out of kid, she's game. Oh my god. I was like, oh, you're a kid? Well, yum, 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 yum. It reminds me of Hansel and Gretel. Except the fattening part, I guess. Europe, are you okay? Yeah, we're okay. We're okay. We just have a lot of, like, gruesome stories of basically be good or face the consequences.
Husband, Lepalu, who lives with her in her cave, generally considered to be equally ogreish. When the holidays roll around, if there's no soot in your fireplace, he'll reward you with a pickled herring. But if it's dirty, he'll scoop up the ash and dump it in your bed. Ooh. Nah, just messing with you. None of that's true. He also just eats children. The couple also has a giant cat called, this. The cat's main concern is whether or not a person received new clothes for Christmas. Pretty hypocritical considering it walks around naked all the time, but whatever. Anyway, if you got new clothes, then good for you. You got new clothes. On the other hand, if you didn't get any, well, can you guess what he does?
He eats you! Nom 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 nom. So that's where the whole tradition of give people socks came from. I see. Someone was like, you know what? Socks for Christmas sounds good.
You want to take a wild stab? Yeah, that's exactly right. He fucking eats you. Children, adults, doesn't matter. He'll even vor your dog. He doesn't care. Finally, you got the best of the bunch. The 13 Yule Lads, each of which visits on a different day leading up to Christmas. They're kind of like the 7 dwarves, but whereas those guys are jolly and helpful and stupid shit like that, the only real goal of the Yule Lads is to harass and inconvenience people as much as possible. And each one has a unique way that they go about doing that. I'm going to go through all 13. Now, please remember, I am making none of this up. I'm not even going to try to say the Icelandic.
I'm not making any of this up. Hey, the first one sounds like steak, Giljagor, Stufur, no idea, Potaskefil, Askasleikir, Huraskelir, Skirgamor, Jugnakrakir, Glugagegir? Gata, whatever, Ketkrokur, Kertasnikir. I have no idea how well I pronounced any of these. But hey, they have very fun names.
Names, so I'll just give you guys the English translations, which are very apt, by the way. First, you got Sheepcoat Clod, who goes around harassing sheep, but he's easy to catch on account of his peg legs. Then there's Gully Gull, who hides in gullies to steal milk from your cows. There's Stubby, he's real short. He eats the leftover crust out of pie pans. This one's called Spoon Licker. He licks spoons. Nice. He's also incredibly thin on account of malnutrition for some reason. There's Pot Scraper, he scrapes pots. And Bowl Licker, who's like Spoon Licker. The key difference here being that he licks bowls. You got Door Slammer, who slams doors in the middle of the night. And then Skyr Gobbler, who gobbles up all your skyr, which is like a Nordic yogurt type thing. Whoa, who's that up in the rafters? It's Sausage Swiper, of course. Here to swipe your sausages. And who's that in the windows?
So your typical Tinder date? Got it.
You bet your ass it's Window Peeper. Look at him peep. And who could
What a
forget our
peeper.
favorite doorway sniffer, who sniffs your doorway with his giant freakish nose to seek out bread. There's Meat Hook, he steals your meat with a hook. And finally, Candle Stealer, who fucking, you get the picture. So, if you know some kids who just won't behave, maybe it's time to take a page out of Iceland's book come next holiday season.
Nice.
Now remember, your friend dressed up as Grilla doesn't have to actually eat the kids. Just bite them a couple times, that'll be enough. Anyway, with New Year's right around the corner, the time comes to make our New Year's resolutions. While you may spend New Year's Eve getting hella turnt, why not spend New Year's Day getting hella learned? You can do just that with Skillshare.org. Skillshare is an online learning community with over 25,000 classes
really
in
like
design,
the video.
business, technology, and
fun
more.
traditions, pretty
Membership
cool.
gives you unlimited
I like
access
these
to
stories.
high-quality classes on must-know topics, so you can improve your skills, unlock new opportunities, and do the work you love. Beyond technical skills,
Please
there's
never
plenty
try
of
that
lifestyle
again.
type stuff
Oh, I
in here that'd
will.
be perfect for building 2019 you. Check this one out. Beat procrastination once and for all.
Nice.
Maybe if I had taken this course, this video would have been out, before Christmas. Do you speak any other languages? Well, you could. Believe me, I get a lot of joy of shoving my français down other people's throats. If you try one of
Ooh
these
la
guys
la.
on for size, you could be doing
Monsieur.
the same in no time. Join the millions of students already learning on Skillshare today with a special offer just for my viewers. The first 500 people who visit the link in the description will get 2 months
probably
of
too
unlimited
late
access
for that.
to the 25,000 plus classes on Skillshare for
Yeah.
absolutely free.
I'll take the
What are you waiting for?
procrastination
Go.
course
Don't
later
stare at me
too.
with your glassy eyes. People are taking them already. Go, hurry, run. Anyway, that's all for today. Till next time, I'm Salmonella, and thank you for watching.
People said that I watched one of the tamest videos that he has, and now I selected another one, and this one's so tame. I'm like, how is this more traumatizing than the weird banned food one? How? What is wrong with you people? These are just fictional traditions that we have. Maybe it's because I grew up with being told that I'd get coal if I wasn't good, and bad things would happen, and we had the weird goats and weird traditions and people coming up and caroling. Anyway, let me know in the comments below if you want me to react to anything else. Thanks for watching, YouTube.